Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Let's Learn SQL Server series. My name is Martin, and today we'll be talking about concatenation. So, what concatenation is it's the ability to put together multiple fields so that way it appears to look like it's all going to be one column. So, for instance, let's take first name and let's take our last name here. If I run this, I see that these are two independent columns. But if I wanted to put them together to look like, let's say for the first record, I wanted to do the last name, and then a comma. Oops, sorry, if it's the first name. Let's say I wanted to do the last name, and then a comma, and then put the first name. How I would do that is I can put a plus sign, and then put there my single quotes, then put a comma and a space, then lastly put my last name. So what this is doing is it says the first thing I want is I want to put the first name there. Then I want to add to the first name a comma as well as a space. Then I want to add to it the last name. So now when we run this, it now takes every one of these, the records in the person.person table, then it concatenates them together. And you can do this with really anything you want. So at the end of here, we're going to put a comma and we're going to see what other columns there are available to us. So let's see here. What we could also do is we could also append to it the person type, let's say. So if we wanted to do that, we could put a plus again, and then we could say something like person type equals, and then put another plus, and then say person type. And that should work just fine. And now we have this here, person type. And right before here, let's just put a dash just to separate that a little bit more. Oops. There we go. So now we have the first name, comma, last name. Then we have our dash, person type equals EM. And let's go down a little bit. And notice how, depending on the last name, the first name, and the person type, all of this changes dynamically. So this becomes extremely powerful when you have, for instance, a particular application where you want to print the first name, the last name, and maybe even as well the middle initial all together. You might want to do that here on the database part, if you wish to do that. So that's really the concatenation part of it. One of the caveats about concatenation is that when you're doing the concatenation, you have to be sure that just whatever you're trying to put together, the data type on it matches. So what I mean is, let's erase everything, and then I'll say select, and then I'm going to put hello. So now if we run this, we see hello. Then if I say I want to add to it the number 3, so I want it, my output, I want it to say hello space 3, like that. Now let's see what happens. Now it says conversion failed when converting the varchar value hello to data type int. What that means is this is a string, right? A varchar field. It's trying to say we're trying to put the varchar field together with a field that is an integer. For this case, we could just also wrap this in the single quotes, and then here it's going to fix it. But what if we had some table like select star from, let's see. I think production dot product may be a good one. Let's see. Yeah, this works. So let's say that we wanted to put together the um, the name, the product number, and we wanted to put there the safety stock level. So let's see if we can do that real quick. So we know that we can do name plus, then I'm put a dash in between there, plus product number. So we know that we can do this, right? But what happens when we add in there the safety stock level column? Let's see. Now, now it says kind of just like the same thing that we dealt with just a minute ago, where it's saying this is here a character and varchar. We're trying to put that to an integer. That doesn't want to work because these are two different data types. So one thing we can do is we can actually convert the data type of this field to become a string. So we can say cast, and all that cast does is it says, so I want to change this data type to something else. So you can say cast the column name as. And then what as does is it says, okay, great. You gave me the column name as what? Do you want it to be integer? Do you want it to be a date field? What do you want this to be? I want this to be a varchar field. And then you define in the varchar field how many characters you want that to be. So I'm going to say 10 characters. And what 10 characters means is if I have a safety stock level of 25, this would be here 2 characters. The 2 would be the first one, 5 would be the second one. If I had 2500, then that would be 4 characters. So now we're going to close this parenthesis here, and now we're going to run it. And now it works perfectly, except for the fact that I forgot to put a dash in between here, like that. And the plus. That's what happens when you do these videos live without having code examples. So now we're able to concatenate whatever we want. So I really hope this video is helpful. Please comment, subscribe if there's anything at all you want me to cover that I haven't yet. Please let me know. Until next time, thanks.